Mishpancinco, Aush Teshpa, Omine Juan, primeramente, saludos y respetos going out to everyone. Today I'm going to be reacting to something that I seen on social media. To be exact, on Hot Willa, aka the Hot Willazo Instagram channel. Um, Before I proceed, I want to say a big cuvazos to all supporters, especially to my boy Surrealist. Being a kid that grew up in my neighborhood, he's highly talented, and even though he is not a member, he's always representing in a positive light, in a positive manner. Saludazos to everyone that supports. Now, Rich Homie Juan from the food community. I have some type of history with the dude. Uh, do I have anything against him? No. Do I think he has anything against me? No. Are we going to agree on everything that he says or I say mutually? That's a major negative. That's why we are human. That's why we are men. That's the beauty of us being men, to disagree respectfully. Now, he has recently embarked himself on a journey of podcasting, and he has adopted this character of him being a part of the community on Instagram for many, many, many years. And he pretty much morphed into a character with many characters, with many facets within. Uh, am I hating on him? No. He got the right to do so. He has a platform, and that's the way he gets down. That's the way he wants to put it down for his platform. There's nothing wrong with that. Am I getting agree with everything he says? I've said it before. Chalucas. Hell no, boy. I'm not gonna agree with everything he says. Is he gonna agree with everything I say or do? Hell nah. That's a major chalucas. But now, Hot Wheel Media posted a clip. I don't follow. It's not that I don't follow. I don't watch All Facts podcast. I don't watch their content. I don't keep up. Ever since they smarted me up, ever since they call me a sucio, I do not keep up with their channel. Do I have anything against it? No. Hey, if you make it happen, you make it happen. Hopefully you do make it happen. And hopefully you do. Hopefully you do succeed. No hate on mine. I've been embarked on my own journey. I got things that I got going for myself, like Gunner Collective says. Not, he says, for the betterment of the people, while I'm doing it for the betterment of myself. So in the future, I could do it for the betterment of the gente, all brown, all raza, everyone. I'm not even trying to over here, what is that word called? Segregate us. You know what I mean? It? Pero cubitas, watch out. First of all, I want to say to the few supporters that I have, muchísimas gracias, because I even seen the homeboy Loquito from Colonia Bakers. Uh, I did time with him, and he was right there, celled up with me in the same celda, uh, in the Lifer building in Huasco, Delta Yardita, where, there was a misunderstanding and I came out strapped, ready to find a resolution for the misunderstanding with one of my older homeboys from my city. Everything came out to be, respectful. We reached a mutual understanding with respect. Shout out to my OG homeboy, George Hernandez de la Colonia Chiques. He has always shown me love. He's an older gentleman from my city, but hey, that homeboy puts it down, homeboy. But I had an issue with one of his homeboys from his barrio, uh, due to a misunderstanding. So it's not even all I know is that I came out ready for whatever, you know. Was I in the wrong? No. So I felt like defending my honor and my reputation, and so I came out strizzy. But nothing happened. Luckily, we were able to reach a mutual understanding. Loquito was right there. He had my back to the fullest, even though he was young. You know what I mean? Later on in life, I seen him in Wasco again. Uh, and I was all like, damn, ¿de dónde salió esta bestia? Down, like, where did this beast come out of? You know what I mean? He became a beast. That fool was a beast, my boy. You know, as soon as I got to Wasco, Delta Yardita, from the indictment, he was right there yelling out the door, Maniak, Maniak. And I was like, Orale, what's up, dog? I didn't know who it was. It was Loquito from one of Baker's. He was already a little older, you know. Many years had passed. He was older. And with the full flex functions, that's all I gotta say, you know. Un chingo de respeto to my boy Loquito. So he replied this comment right here, directed at Rich Homie Juan. As you could read, I could read it to you guys, or you could read it yourself. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to say, with all due respect to my boy Loquito from Colonia Bakers, hey, my boy, to you and other supporters, I appreciate you guys. You guys get me out of retirement, dog, and pump me up to continue with this content creation. So, con eso dicho, I want to say, por favor, guys, this is all entertainment. Most of these guys that are podcasters, I know 'em. And when you will become a YouTuber, uh, you know, you put yourself on Front Street for people to make content about you. You could be a topic, whether it's positive and negative, as long as it's not disrespectful. I don't feel like the top fool, as he calls himself. I feel like I'm the top fool, but it's all good, you know. That's how he feels. That's how I feel. You know, it is what it is. You know, I don't feel like he's coming disrespectful, and I feel like he has the right to speak his mind and make reactions or create content. You know, bringing up certain topics, even if the topic gets another YouTuber. That's it's all fair game as long as it's done respectfully. And like I said, I don't feel disrespected at all. But my message to the top fool, you know, uh, Rich Homie Juan, you know, I've always admired his work. You know, I always admire what he did with the full community. Uh, but when it comes down to the podcasting, being a YouTuber, my boy, dispensa, my boy. But hey, you got a long way to go. I understand you're rich with the YouTube, with the Instagram feria, and on Instagram, my boy, you're a beast. I can't. I'm nowhere near that level. But when it comes to YouTube, my boy, throughout my trajectory and your trajectory, I'm doing everything with an Obama phone, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And the numbers don't lie. You know, we can match numbers, perro, from beginning to end of my trajectory to the beginning and end of your trajectory. And we'll just keep it at that, you know? Let's just say that I'm not impressed. Do I see him doing better? Do I see him surpass? Of course, he has a team. He has Prime. You know what I'm saying? That fool fired me, homeboy. I've been depressed ever since, my boy. That's the word on the YouTube Yardita, you know. But look, they got a good platform. As long as, you know, it stays respectful, a respectful platform, I see them growing and I wish them luck. There's nothing wrong with that, my boy. I do see Juanito, you know, acting different, but hey, I gotta respect the homie. He got to get his hustle on, and I am kind of proud of him for coming out of hiding. You know what I mean? So this is my reaction. This is my reaction to the words of the self-proclaimed top fool. Now, the words that Loquito from Colonia Bakers had for the top fool, the Bakersfield residente, non-affiliate, Rich Homie Juan, with all due respect, that's what he ate. I asked him before, hey, are you a homie? If you get incarcerated, are you gonna? He said he's non-affiliate, and that's that. That's his right. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. Con eso dicho y establecido, shout out to everyone, even Prime. Even though I don't like Prime, shout out to Prime too. Um, Shout out to Compa Raider, even though he's a bad influence, and he's, you know, the times I've associated with him, he tries to get me to do illegal substance. Uh, I'm not gonna go that route. I'm not gonna go that route. Thank you, but no thank you. But shout out to you too, compa. Shout out to the platform, and I wish you guys well. I am not your enemy. I don't talk bad about you guys unless I do it on a public platform. Um, and that you guys can see. So, with that being said, established, there's no pedo. Hey, Juan, keep on doing what you're doing. I like the movements. I like the movement, I like the movements, my boy. I like the movements, my boy. Drop a comment and let me know if you would like to see more reactions like this from your boy, the real top fool, Cholo Juan in the building. Boy!